Okay, because you know what? I know I'm going to have to put a finisher. Oh, that's what I had wanted to do. So, welcome back, everybody. Good afternoon. We're back here at the Sew 'em Up shop. Okay, so look, this is the deal. I just wanted to kind of run through this little collection. I've been working on it, really, for quite some time, because what I do is just come up with that idea denim, because I wanted to work with some denim and see how many different ways that you can actually construct a bag and design and fashion and all that whoop whoop with some denim. So what I did was this. Some of these are like actual splatter. So obviously I took the raw yardage or footage of denim, cut it into, I like squares. I like to really keep it simple and keep it started that way. And so took some paint brushes and just started splattering. Yeah. And then just work with it. And these were some appliques that I had cut out, right? So I cut these out, and then because I have children too, I wanted them to play along. I guess I say play, but embellish and see what we can, come up with. So we did this, just test run, test try, and then see if I can get my little stitches around the applique on point. Cut out me a few flowers. I kind of like flowers, and so really deciding whether or not to use that as part of a logo. So anyway, yeah, and then I did put the lining in it. This is actually a pocket, so this is part of the collection. This too, I'm in California, so native. So yeah, and I typically would go and get like some of these patches, and I'll patch them up, because what I did notice is that as I studied the market of female shoppers, right, this is what I noticed, that even black consumers, female consumers, they purchase what they like, not just what's ethnic or what supports what really looks black, right? And so as a black woman and as a black designer, creative designer, that was one of my challenges. Should I feed into the trend, which I'm not into trends. I am a historian by trade, and so by academic trade. And so women buy what they like, and especially black women. They don't care if a white woman is on the face, Mexican, whatever. If the image is not black, they still, if they like it, they gonna buy it, okay? And so that's just how it is. So don't mind the tape, because I have to take this down when I sew the lace on. So yeah, bam. And then, this is the tie-dye. This is the tie-dye collection, right? This is part of the tie-dye collection. So I have them here all over the place. I had these bags. So I had like this one, and then I distress it, right? It's distressed. So, okay. And then this, and I like to play, again, like I said, with my denim. So with the denim, and then you have to excuse these because I'm in the process of trying to construct whatever how to handle, will be assembled. So denim, distressed denim has always been in. Of course, I'm from Los Angeles. That's how it rolls. So yeah, I splatter. This is another splatter bag. And in the lining is double denim. Okay, so double denim lining. And put a little something on the bag just to kind of, test my creative ingenuity, see what kind of can pop. And again, as I have tested the market and studied the market and of black female consumers, the taste varies. So I try to hit the taste of just about every, and the style of every black female consumer, in particular niche market, right? So again, this bag, some of these bags were created during the 2020 uprisings. So yeah, I named this one Riot Gear, right? Because denim is always durable, it's always sturdy, and it really lasts. It really lasts for a long time. Damn near really a lifetime, as long as it's well constructed, right? Okay, so yeah. And so yes, don't mind these, because again, is how will the handles be assembled and constructed. So the inside of this bag, so some of these are still at its raw point, but once they finish, baby. Okay, so yeah, inside lining is strong, is durable. I try to make sure that, especially like in my these denim tote bags are really long lasting, and that is my goal, to make these well constructed so that they're long lasting and where you can really get your wear out. And then you can even pass these bags down. Do you understand? You're gonna pass these bags down to the next generation. So yeah, that's what we think about: generational growth, building generational wealth, right? Out of your gifts, your ideas, and your talents. You take your gift, you multiply that with an idea, and then you exercise that in your talent. And then you come up with something, and as long as you keep working at it, and as long as you continue to manifest that process, you will eventually strike a bag or two, right? Okay, so again, distress. Now, this was the thing, because somebody asked me, why another designer, right? Like, why would you put why burlap in inside? Because burlap for me is also historical, right? It's historical in the sense that when I was coming up, potatoes and onions used to come in sacks and not plastic, right? And so we used to actually keep a lot of those sacks and continue to use these, what we call sacks, but the sacks were made out of burlap. And so I know that when we go grocery shopping, sometimes there's leakage and there's spillage. And so in order to kind of like, dress up the leakage and the spillage, if I can say, I use the burlap, so that any female that picks this bag up, she automatically would, I know what generation she comes from, right? Because not everybody knows the value in using burlap. So I'm not getting ready to give a whole historical spiel on burlap in itself, but I do know that in America, and then Black Americans in particular, we use burlap a lot, and especially in the 70s, 60s, and the 70s, I know for a fact. And so, yeah. So, and then little strips. I mean, I take my denim and even all my fabric and my textile, and I recycle, reuse to reduce waste and make renewable and sustainable bags that will last for a generation, right? Now, yeah, some may not last as long, but those that typically will be made out of and is made out of material that is sustainable and long lasting, right? And so, yeah. So I use all my fabric. I use my denim in a way that this is tie-dye, a tie-dye strip, which I can turn it into a handle, a belt, or whatever. But at the same time, if I wanted to, I rhinestone it, gem it up, or even splatter it again, or even mix it with something else. But anyway, okay, let me make sure that the video is still running. Okay, so Um, yeah. Because I'm running over my trash. So, yeah. Okay, so these are some pouches. Well, they're not really pouches, but just small bags. But I don't know, pouch because it's small to me. And if it's not as large as something like this, then yeah, this is a pouch. But I'm trying to decide if whether or not I'll put a lining in it. But and then what the handles would be. So yeah, we always want to make sure we give reverence to the women that not just conceived us but birthed us and then also kept us. So this is the deal. This is what you have. Now this one is tie-dye. These are tie-dye. Oh yeah, because what I did is like when I do tie-dye, I typically take 3 or 4 yards, right? And then just start stripping it up. Sometimes I keep it whole, just fold it in a way, wrap and do whatever I gotta do and bleach dye. See, I bleach dye. And so then I use a technique that will prevent the wear and tear and then of it spilling. What you call it? Corroding. So, yeah, and then we just go ahead and put a little graphics on it and keep it moving. So, now this one, this is a oversized bag. I did put the lining in it. And what I am going to do, obviously, in a good number of these bags, is go back through them, take, like a infused tape or really another piece of fabric, and then cover this seam. It's not really a seam, but the raw edges. Cover the raw edges so that here and it doesn't really show. And then we can conceal that kind of. We can decorate the inside of it. But the thing is, I need to decide whether or not I want to run some string through here and create a drawstring, so that the drawstring is simple at the top, very light, and then it'll just, when it closes, when you pull that drawstring, it gives it that additional closure. So this is technically, you don't have to use it as a drawback. So, a tote bag. But you will tote stuff around in it, right? And so, yeah. And then I used a stitch in the inside that keeps these bags sturdy, durable, and again, long lasting. So again, what our goal is here and what we build our brand on is, again, recycle, reduce, reuse, renewable, right? We believe in renewable energy, even in fashion. So even in fashion and the ergonomics of developing either an outfit or, in this case, an accessory in a bag, because ergonomically is not only sustainable, and you can reuse this even if you use this as a tote bag to go into Target, Walmart, your local beauty supply, or going to pick up some little hygiene, throw this stuff in this bag, tie that drawstring up and keep pushing, right? And then make it move, and it's still fashion, So I know college students and them little preppy type kids and the new millennial kids, sometimes they don't want to go to the grocery store with one of them old ugly ass bags, right? 'Cause I have a problem with that too. And even the ones that they sell at the store, now they sell, some of these tote bags in around and about. But get you a custom made, I ain't gonna say custom made, but high fashion tote bag. Hey, you winning. Trust me, people will love your ass when you go to the store. They think you're popping. So, yeah, again, testing to see, come up with some designs, ideas. Like I said, gifts, ideas, and talent. And you have to take those and multiply them, right? And so that's what I do. I say, okay, let me slap another patch on there and stitch it down, right? So here, I'm gonna use this technique that, like you see right here across this strip. Now I put that there just to seal it down. Not really down, but because it's sewn. All this is sewn, and this is another like faux snake skin, right? So we attached that, sewed it down to the denim, and then we align it with this trim. Now with this trim, I want to use a technique that will allow me to layer. See, I'm gonna layer these bags, some of these bags, so that they layered, and I'll show you what I mean on another bag, right? And so yeah, take it now. Again, this is the handle. How will women carry this bag? You know, so that's I don't want to. It's not a construction issue, but when it comes to the ergonomics for the design for this bag, to make the bag comfortable, because that's what ergonomics is, a comfortable carry for the bag user and the bag wearer. How will we construct that and make sure that it's easy? I mean, I don't want to say easy to carry, but it's not a burden on your arms, on your shoulders, and then it won't weigh you down, make you tired. Because we carry things all the time. So when you carry things, what you don't want to do is even stress your body out, right? And over carry. Carry more than what your weight is, where it gets to the point where it weighs your body down and exhausts you, right? So it's always all about being an efficient shopper too, right? So, and how you package your things when you purchase them. So let me check the video, make sure it's still rolling. Okay, and Madeline, check it for me periodically. I know I gotta talk because I have a videographer here, and one of my children really, because this is a family-built brand business, right? So one of my children, they took video, but this is a phone, right? I don't feel like setting up all that stuff right now. I got all that little light camera, and pretty soon we gonna get the video part of it on point. But right now, in order for me to get them out, put them out while I had an energy, I have to do how I got to do. So, as I tell you and explain, because I ain't here to shoot movies and shit. I'm here to sew bags. We make tote bags, right? Okay, that's what we really specialize in. And we have a few other items that's going to come through that we plan on putting out, merchandise-wise, to help build the brand. Okay, and now this one is a knot bag, right? And so knot bags, I thought when I started seeing the one actually constructed and made, I was like, oh, that look cool, that look fly. I like that bag. Especially the way you got it. When I finish it, of course, you're going to see in another video. And I made a few and I sent some, I don't even know. But anyway, it's like, okay, they cute. But it's the construction of it. So it's multi-steps, multi-layer, right? So this is the inside of it, obviously, the layer. And obviously I put this, what they call is fusion or something. You got to work with me. So, yeah. And so, but the way you carry it, the handles, they uneven, and they're uneven on purpose, excuse me. And so when it's finished, you slide one side in and the other one out. But it's cute when it's completed. But anyway, right? So here we go. Here we go. This is the front. Again, black women, we can take anything and make it pop. Do you understand? We can make it pop, make it hit, make it a trend, make it blend with anything that you have and that you're wearing for that day, right? It's all about the construction of the item when you're a designer and you sewing your own shit. Okay? So, yeah, now this bag, again, remember I said we reuse to reduce waste by recycling textile and the fabric that we use. So when I cut up something, whatever square we gonna use, right? And the main, at least the base, right? And then some of the scraps I throw away, some I don't, and I take them and piecemeal them together, and then make another yardage, right? And so in this case, I did, and so I did that, cut that yard up, right? Whatever, but in those pieces. But what I did was zigzag stitch. I use a zigzag stitch, zigzag. I don't know why I can't say it because I don't use zigzags no more. So anyway, zigzag stitch with a color for the embellishment, right? So yeah, and even in the back, right? Okay, so okay. Now again, I'm into art, and I really like art. I'm an artist in some kind of weird way, right? So yeah. So again, remember I mentioned about the layering, and so I think yeah, on another bag that I was discussing. Which one? Oh, see, like here. See, now this one we layering again, right? We're gonna have to fix it up so it's perfectly embellished and it really looks nice and well constructed. And I like for my pieces to be talkers, like, hey girl, that's a nice ass bag. Yep, I like that. So yeah, we're gonna go back and see where we had this little white trim, like here. See, I'll find me something that can go along here, right? Obviously this is raw edges and we don't want the raw edges. And so again, with the art, took some and I like using the denim for my labels. I may switch up as I grow, and but denim for me is just, I don't know, it's just one of those fabrics and textiles that's very user friendly. It's very designer friendly. You can take it and use denim multiple type of ways and create all kind of stuff, right? And so from jackets to pants to top, shirts, bags, shoes. I mean, denim is just one of those that textile that's very versatile and you can really use it. So yeah, so I found this. I thought this shit was fly. I was like, look at that, look at that. You know, for some of our sisters, you know, that's not straight Negroid. Yeah, and of either Caribbean or Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Cuban descents and all my folk. Okay, so yeah, embellishing, layering. We gonna layer those now. Again, like I say, here's some raw ones. And so these are tie-dye, right? And so with this bag, with these two bags, what I decided to do is use a different seam closer. So I didn't use the, what is the tech? It's not a technique. I can't think of the word, but it's because it's actually a type of sewing machine that you would use to like close the insides hem. Well, I don't want to call them hems, but seams, right? So that the seams doesn't really hold out, stand out, and look out kind of crazy. So this one, yeah, these two I use this French seam. So, but I haven't embellished these yet. I haven't really decided what I would do and how I would mix it up and make it work right. And so I do have some ideas. I keep dragging this bag, you know. So I do have some ideas on what I will embellish with. So now this one, this is another one of my bags to another one. Let me turn it inside out because this is the layer. I mean, not the layer, the lining. And so I just turn it inside out. and this lining goes in the bag. It's not all the way sewn, obviously, around, but when I do close it up, then yeah. So now this is an oversized tote. This one is an oversized tote. Okay. And so yeah, I butterflied it and eyed it up and cute. Get it about as cute as it can get. And so again, I use the zigzag stitch and use another color that will go with, at least with the butterflies, and embellish the bag for real. So yeah, here's those little handles. I stitch these down right with the zigzag stitch. But what I am considering is using these chains, because I thought about making more denim handles. So I'm not sure if I want to do any more sewing like that. Is this the top? Just hold on, y'all. Okay, so these chains is what I want to, these things are heavy, want to use, but I'm not sure just exactly how I will make them not just usable, but wearable, because someone will be wearing these bags, and you say, you want to wear, yeah, you wear a bag. So, but I did make handles. And what I also know is that I can layer handles, right? If that's what we'll call it, right? Use multiple functions, handle functions, right? So I could use both the made text cloth, what you call it, what is this, fabric made handle, and also with this chain to make it at least simpler on me. And then give it a nice construction and a wonderful design, and then make it ergonomically friendly user for the consumer user, right? For the user, because that's what we do this for. I don't just make these bags just make, money, but I have that gift, those ideas, and then talent. You put those together and it should multiply. But hold on, let me show you something. Okay. Now, because I use a lot of appliques, because what I do know is that Black women consumers, really, they buy what they like, okay? For the most part, sometimes we do purchase things that, oh yeah, whatever. But we really buy what we like, right? Whether we have to hide it for a couple of months or a week or whatever. But at the end of the day, we buy what we like. And so as long as it's well constructed and it really adds a value to that outfit that day. And sometimes, especially with bags, women, and then women buy bags that has some sort of emotional connection to it, whether we say it or not, right? And so, but some bags that we purchase, we feel like it adds a value to our whole decorum, to our character, our personality, and who we are, right, as women. And so yeah, we do that. We buy those back. Oh, and this is another one. And I wanted to, again, I like appliques, right? I like appliques, and I do know that, young girls and teenage girls, and then regardless of color, for real, and even young Black girls, they like, little fairy tale things, right? And so, but flowers, they want to feel dainty. I think every female really wants to feel dainty, whether they run, cuss, fight, drink, smoke, whatever they do. At the end of the day, most women want to be not just love, but feel dainty, right? Prissy and pretty, right? And so, yeah. So I again, I love appliques, and bam, I use them. Now this is where, hey, that durability comes in. So I use this because this bag, this is one of them, let me get up, go, drop some stuff, carry this bag, come back home, right? Bam. Oh, but I pulled this out, look, just so I can show. Now, oh, because I put these in the inside. Now, because you see the difference in the two denims, right? Because denim comes in really all colors. Well, I'm going to say all colors. They come in different colors or different shades of blue and black. And so I like the blue, the dark blue, and then I love the black denim. So I think I have some black denims around here somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about that. But now these, my little appliques, these are heat press functions. So you just heat, well, I'm going to say heat them up, but the way it presses is no different than this little fairy girl. You just press them on and then go on about your business, right? You use the press, a heat press it on. So again, it's just a matter of how will I design this bag? Because as I'm looking, see, I can use this applique, this press, heat press, and then also put some of these flowers on there too. So we'll play with them and let them go. And then we have these little, little appliques again, heat press. And so what I thought about doing was using a layer technique for these heat press patches. And so I did fold this in squares. So what we will probably do, press one on the square and then sew it down on some, not this bag, these two bags, because they're not the same color for real. So not on one of these neither, but we will sew it down. And honestly, I don't really have to sew it on the denim. I can really sew it on anything, but I know what I want to do because I have like this corduroy, right? And so what I do want to do is blend. Again, I like blending and layering. And so this is not a bag, but it's an idea for a bag, right? So let's see. But we have to make it work and see what we do. And so I don't know, but we'll see. But that's cute though. That's cute. That's cute. Ah! Oh, cause we can make her do just like that. But I would have to press this down at